Hello, everybody. My name's Steven. I am the Liondesk trainer, and welcome to our live Q&A. So if this is your first time joining us in the live Q&A, well, what can you expect? Well, we're going to be going live in a few platforms, right? We're going to be going live on Facebook, we'll be going live on YouTube, and on LinkedIn, right? Every Thursday at 10 a.m., we want to go live on these platforms. That way we make ourselves available to you all. So if you have any questions, please let us know. This is the perfect time for us, for you all to send us any questions. So regardless of where you're at, again, YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, you'll be able to send us questions by submitting them in the comments section below. I'll see all the comments come in, so I'll be able to answer all of your pressing Liondesk questions. So again, just make sure to add them in the comments section below. Also, during our live Q&As, we do like to go over new features, new enhancements, and so we do have some good news for you all this week. We have a new feature that we launched, I believe, a day or 2 days ago. So we're going to dive into that. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into Liondesk, and let's start off with the new updates. Awesome. So here we are logged into Liondesk. Let me go ahead and just zoom in a bit. Perfect. Before we begin, again, if you all have any questions about Liondesk, just make sure to add them in the comments section below. I am going to take the next few 10 minutes to talk about this new feature. Right, there's a lot of things to talk about with this new feature. So first thing is, where can you go to get the latest Liondesk news? Right, Liondesk is always rolling out with new features, new enhancements. So where can you go to stay up to date? Well, you don't have to go anywhere other than your Liondesk account. So from here in the upper right corner, you're going to see the following bell icon. Simply click. And you're going to get this slide-in screen. And again, this is going to be a feed of the most recent updates and enhancements. And we launched a new one a few days ago, May 18th. With our new feature, you can now view metrics and track progress with activity reports. Right, so we can make the most out of your Liondesk account. With activity reports, you can track your metrics, such as email sent, text sent, calls made, and more. Right, that way you can measure your progress. And what's really great is that you can compare different metrics from different time frames, right? So you can compare your metrics from the past week, the past month, or this past year. So we'll go ahead and show you how to view your metrics and how to compare them as well. And also this feature, this feature is especially great for admins and team leaders, as they're going to have access to their team members' metrics all in one place. That way they can measure the progress and find areas of improvement. So in this feed, you will a little video. So you can always come back here and watch this video to learn more about activity reports. But let's go ahead and jump in and show you a little bit about activity reports, where to find them, and how to measure your progress. I'm going to go ahead and exit out of here. I'm going to open up the main menu on the left-hand side. And scrolling below, we're going to click on reporting. Boom. And here we are with the new activity reports. Before we dive into activity reports, I do want to just talk about what was here before, right? Reporting had a lot of great tabs that you can jump into. So just at the top, you will still see, right, the same tabs: email reporting, leads overview, leads team reporting, and the summary, right? So those are still there. You can always jump back into them, but we have this new page, the new activity reports. So you'll see here listed below. And you're going to see that the activity reports is really broken down into 2 sections. So at the very top, you're going to have your graph, right? So this is going to track this metric again over the past week, the past month, or the past year. And then right below, you're going to see this table that's going to show you all of your metrics, right? Like emails sent, text messages sent, and so on. Let's go ahead and start off with this table here, right? What information is this table tracking? If you look below, you're going to see all of the info: email sent, right? Email opened, email clicked, lead assigned, text received, inbound calls, and more. Let's see, email sent via third party, comments, email received, outbound calls, and text sent, right? So this is all the information from your account, right? So you'll see your name here. You are able to customize this info, right? You can pick and choose what metrics you want to track, what metrics you want to have visible on this table. So you are going to see this button here to customize. So simply click, and you'll see all of the metrics that you can track. I believe I've already selected all of my metrics. So as I scroll below, yep, I've already selected all of these here. But you can pick and choose which ones are important to you, which ones you want to track consistently. And all you have to do to select is click on the box, right, to select or deselect. Once you have your metrics selected on the right-hand side, you'll be able to set up the order, right? So what's important for you? What do you need to see first, right? I send mainly emails through Liondesk as well as text messages. So that info, I always want to see at the top. So emails sent, emails opened, text received. Let's do some more texts, text sent. I also want to learn about my lead assigns and also the comments, right? So you can drag and drop and move the metrics in a different order. That way you get to see what's more important to you at the very beginning. So once that's all set, all you want to do is click on apply. And boom, it updates your table, right? So this is going to give you a summary of all of your metrics, right? All of the metrics that you select when you click here to customize. Now, all of this information from the table is exportable. So if you want to download a file with all of these numbers, you can. So you're going to see this button here to export as a CSV. Simply click, and you'll click here to download. Keep in mind, when you export, it's going to export all of the visible fields here, right? So for my example, I selected all of these fields. I selected all of these metrics. So all of this info will download in my file. But if you only select like 5, it's only going to download those 5 metrics. So kind of keep that in mind. Best bet is just go ahead and add them all in your table. Awesome. All right, y'all. So that's the table here. Let's go ahead and move up to the top and let's talk about the graph. Boom. Awesome. All right. So the graph, well, let me backtrack a bit. So the table itself is going to track all of your metrics, right? It's going to give you a summary. Whereas this graph is going to focus on a single metric. You could also even pick up to 2, right? But let's focus on just one. You're going to see here on this graph that we're currently tracking the emails that I've sent through Liondesk, right? So at this moment, it's tracking, and you'll see at the very top the time frame. So it's tracking from the previous Friday all the way till today. So you'll see the emails that I've sent out, which I didn't send much, right? This is a demo account, so I don't send that much emails. But you'll see here how many emails I've sent out this past week, right? And you can change the metric if you'd like. All you have to do is click on this drop-down menu, and you're going to see all the metrics that you can track, right? So emails sent, emails opened, emails clicked, lead assigned, text received, inbound calls, and so on, right? So all of those metrics that we saw before in the table, you're going to see those same options here. So you'll just click, and it's going to update on its own. So no results for this one. Let's go ahead and do comments. Email sent. Boom. I guess I only send emails from this account. So we have email sent. But like I mentioned, you can track different time frames, right? So this past week, this past month, or this past year. To change the time frame, all you want to do is click here at the very top. So right now, I'm only currently tracking the previous week. When I click here, I'm going to see my different options, right? So I can track this past week, the past 14 days, this past month, the last 30 days, last month, and so on, right? And as you see these selections, you're going to see the exact dates right next to them. That way you know exactly which dates you're tracking. So let's go ahead and change it. Let's go ahead and do the last 90 days. I'm going to go ahead and click here. Awesome. And you'll see again the emails that I've sent out within the past 90 days. And just quickly looking at this graph, I can tell that I've definitely sent more emails towards May. And as I hover over it, it's giving me exact details. So the week of May 10th on 2021, I sent out 26 emails, right? So you get to graph all of this information and just quickly glance at it and see what you've done with Liondesk so far, right? So I've definitely used it more recently than I did before, right? Great info to know. Now, the cool part is that you can compare 2 different metrics with this graph, So at the moment, I'm only tracking my email sent, right? How many emails I've sent throughout the past 90 days. Now let's go ahead and compare this with the emails that were opened, right? So I'm sending all of these emails. I want to see which ones are, how many of them are getting opened. To select and compare a second metric, all you want to do is click on this second drop-down menu. And again, you're going to see all of these options. So I'm measuring my emails sent. Let's compare that to emails open. Simply click. And you'll see that graph appear right below. Not a graph. You'll see a new line added to this graph. So you'll see that the first metric, email sent, is going to be marked as blue. Right, so this blue line here. And then the second metric, email opened, in this example, is going to be marked as orange. So you're going to see that line listed below. Right, and again, this is tracking the past 90 days. So from here, I get to see how many emails I've sent out just looking at this blue line. And of these emails, how many of them were opened? So I see in my orange line, not much activity, right? Again, this is a demo account. I don't really send out emails from here, but as you see, not much activity. And then there's like a little bump here, right? So the 26 emails that I sent, one was opened. So this is a really great way, again, for you to measure your progress, right? Measure your activity, your engagement. As you are graphing or as you are selecting the metrics to view in this graph, you can definitely see where you can have areas of improvement. So for example, I'm looking at my emails sent versus my emails opened. And I see that I am sending emails, but not many of them are getting open. And so I have to think about that, right? Why are they not getting open? A great next step would be looking at the contacts that I'm emailing them, right? Looking at their email addresses, maybe even looking at the content that I send, right? What am I sending in my emails? What can I do to improve? That way I get more opens from the emails that I sent out. Right, so this is a great way, again, for you to measure your progress and find areas of improvement. Now, so we are currently tracking two different metrics, right? We're tracking our emails sent, we're tracking our emails opened over the past 90 days. As you scroll to the top, you will see this option here, where you can compare this current time frame with the previous time frame, right? So I'm currently tracking the past 90 days. What did I do 90 days prior to that, right? You can click here and it's gonna graph all of that information for you. So once you click, you're gonna see a few new lines were added to the graph. So you'll see in the first metric, email sent, it's gonna be categorized as blue lines. So the current time frame would be that dark blue line, and then the previous time frame would be the light blue line, right? Same thing for the second metric, email open is going to be bright orange. That's going to be the current time frame. Previous time frame is going to be a light orange color. So as you scroll below, you'll see the graph, and you'll get to see, again, the progress that you've made over the past 90 days, and also compare that to the previous 90 days. And if you, again, want to see the exact dates, you will see them here, right? You'll see the current time frame here, and then you'll see the previous time frame that you are comparing it to. So it's going to update that graph. You're going to see more lines. That way you can track, again, the progress. You'll be able to see all this information from a graph view. The table will also update. So as you scroll below, you're going to see the table updates. Now with the table, you're going to see percentages, right? So email sent. Of the current time frame, I sent out 69 emails. How does that compare to the previous time frame? Well, right next to it, it's going to show me a percentage of an increase or a decrease. So in the previous time frame since then, my emails have decreased 50%. So I sent twice as many emails the previous, time frame, the previous month compared to now, right? So that's telling me, hey, you haven't been sending that many emails, this month. What can you do to improve that? Right? Same thing, emails opened. I only had one email open this month, which is an 85% decrease from the previous month, right? What can I do? Who can I email? What am I emailing, right? I can look back and see what I can change to improve these numbers. Text sent, I sent out 33 texts this month. That is a 230% increase from the previous month. So that's awesome, that's great. I'm gonna keep it up, right? I'm gonna continue to send text messages. So all of this information is also exportable along with those increase and decrease, right? Those percentages. All you have to do is click on Export CSV, and you'll be able to download those into a file. So make sure to check out this activity reports feature. Again, a great tool that you can use. This is especially great for like team leaders and also admin accounts. You'll be able to see your entire team in one place. You'll be able to track all of their metrics, emails sent, emails opened, text messages sent. And again, you'll have this graph in order for you to compare previous timeframes and compare metrics. That way you can measure your progress and find areas of improvement. Right, so a lot of great info there. Again, if you want to watch a quick video that explains this, again, just make sure to click here on the bell icon, right, in this news feed, right, in this features feed. You'll see this video that walks you through the same information. So you can always go back, check it out, and definitely leverage this new feature, right? Great way for you to measure your progress, great way to find areas of improvement. How do you go here, right? Just open up the main menu, scroll below and click on reporting. Awesome. Okay, so that's going to be the newest updates that we've had so far. Let's go ahead and move on to the chat questions. Again, if you have any chat questions, just make sure to add them in the comment section below, whether you're on Facebook, Instagram, or LinkedIn, or is it YouTube as well. We'll see your comments come in, so just make sure to add them in the comment section below. But let's go ahead and jump into these questions. First question that I see here. When I click on contacts and want to work a list, why does it keep taking me back to the beginning rather than working through the list by checking next? Okay, let me go ahead and run through the example to see if I understand the question correctly. So I'm going to open up my main menu and I'm going to go to contacts. Boom, here in the contact dashboard, I see all of my contacts here. When I click on contacts and want to work on a list, why does it keep taking me back to the beginning? All right, so I'm in my contacts. Let me go ahead and pull up a list just so I'm aware that that we got the same situation here. I'm going to pull up my list. I'm going to click on filters here. I'm going to see my save filters, my list, right? So when you click here, you'll see all of them listed below. Let's go ahead and click on my hot leads, which is 95% or 95 total contacts, right? Boom, I have my list ready here. So the question is, if I click on the name, right, it takes me, I can work on this contact. And if I go back, I still see the hot list here. Let me try this one more time. Klaus. Maybe it's the way you went about it, right? I clicked here, but let's go ahead and try this, just going back to contacts. And I still see my list. Okay, I think I might need some more info. I think I know what happened. I'm going to explain it. Let me know if I got it correctly. Okay, let's you added some more questions here. Click next when you're in the contact. Okay. Okay, I see what you're saying. All right, so we have this list here. When you click on the contact, and we're in this page, we have previous and then next. So just a quick heads up with this previous and this next button, it's just going to cycle through your contacts. It's not going to keep you within that same list. But that's definitely a suggestion that we can make to our developer team to kind of make that a little bit more clear, or at least give you all the option to move on within that same list. But I'm assuming what you're saying is if you click next, it doesn't keep you within that list. Let me see if I can find an example. These are still all hot leads. Let me go back to contacts. Let me try this. So I'm gonna click Maury. So the next person, if it's still on the list, should be Langston. So I click next, Langston. Next person on the list should be Klaus. Click next, and it's Klaus. I would give us a call to see what's going on with that account. So far, it seems like it's still going through the list. So if I click on back to contacts, right? I scroll below. I'm gonna click on Gertrude, or yeah, Gertrude, and then Nell should be next. I'm gonna click here. Gertruda. I should really change these names. When you click on next, Nell's next. Let's go back to contacts. Let me do a different contact. Let me really expand this list and try someone random. All right, so I'm expanding the entire list. Scroll below. All right, I'm gonna click on Bucky. If I click next, the next person should be Vidi. Bucky. Bucky, if I click on next, it is Vidi. So it seems that it's still within that list. So go back to contacts and let's try one more example. So let's scroll below. 200 contacts. If I click on Connie, I should see Cassia next. Connie. And then click on next, Cassia. Okay, so it is the previous and next button are working as intended within that list. I see that you commented it's not working the same for you. I will recommend one thing. Let me know if this works. If it doesn't work, I recommend calling our support team so we can take a closer look at your account. All right, so this list here, it's kind of a two-part thing, right? So when you create a list, and I think this is kind of the step that a lot of people forget. Let me go ahead and reset this whole thing. Right, when you're in your, let me start from the beginning. When you're in your contacts, right, you have all of your contacts in here and you want to create a list, right? So you click on filters and you create that list, right? So you click on add condition. Let's go ahead and just create a random one. Hotness is one of, let's do warm. I think I have some warm leads in here. All right, 3, that works for me. As I scroll below, there's 3 contacts in there. All right, so I think this is what happened here. I set my filters, but I did not save this as a list. So if I go below and I click here, is it gonna keep the same list? It's still keeping that same list. And it stopped right there with only those 3 contacts. Okay, I guess that wasn't the case, but I would recommend giving that a try, seeing if it's because you're saving the list. And if it is, give us a call. That way we can check what's going on with the account. It might just be specific to yours. So give us a call. You can reach us at 760-501-8582. Again, that's 760-501-8582. It connect you with our support team so they can start troubleshooting your account. That is interesting, though. Awesome. All right, y'all. And I think that was the last question that I see here. This will be last call. If you do have any questions, go ahead and add them in the comment section below. There is a few more things I do want to go over, mainly our training page, right? So in the meantime, this is going to take me like a little bit over 5 minutes. Last call. If you do have any questions, just make sure to add them in the comment section below. I'm going to go ahead and jump back into my home dashboard. And I want to jump into our training page. Lots of great resources that are in there that you can take advantage of. How can you access that page? All you have to do is click on the 4 square icon in the upper right corner and click on training resources. Right, when you click here, it's going to take you to our training page. Boom. So here we are in our training page. A lot of great resources in here. So as we scroll below, first thing that you're going to see is our webinar. So we do host weekly webinars. We have the Getting Started series, session 1, 2, and 3. Definitely recommend taking the Getting Started series, especially if you're a new user. A lot of great info here to get started. Session 1 really focuses on account setup, right? Setting up your profile, uploading your contacts, sending an email and a text. Session 2 focuses on marketing, right? So your campaigns, emails, text messages, videos, right? Communication. And then finally, session 3 is all about automation, right? Automating your communication and your workflow using campaigns, transactions, and transaction plans. So go ahead and check those out. The Getting Started series, we do host them every week, so you can go ahead and click here to sign up. We also have our live Q&A every Thursday at 10 a.m., which is what you all are joining us right now, where we go live on Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn. If you ever want to see a previous recording, or if you want to get alerts for the next session, just go ahead and click here, and it's going to take you to our private Facebook group where you can sign up for alerts and watch recordings of previous sessions. As we scroll below, you're going to see also our self-paced trainings, right? So these are pre-recorded videos that you can watch at any time, right? So our webinars, these are live. You are going to have a rep there, and they'll be able to answer your questions. But if you just want to jump in, start getting your training, you can go to our self-paced training section. You're going to see that the Getting Started series was recorded and is available to watch on demand now. So you can go ahead and click here and you can start watching this series. You're going to see our Path to Success, which is our online courses that you can take advantage of. Right, so you can go ahead and click here. So you'll see courses for the Facebook ad portal, courses for lead assist, as well as our campaigns and transaction plans. We have our Fast Start Guide, and this is for our tech savvy folks. If you just need a few quick tips to get started, go ahead and click here, and it's going to show you how to do a fast start with Liondesk. And then we have our video library, which is just a playlist of all the videos that we have. As we scroll below, you will see more resources, such as our Help Center. Great resource. Once you click, it's going to take you to our knowledge base, right? Our Help Center, filled with articles and videos that cover all of the features within Liondesk. So if you have a specific question in mind, go ahead and use this search bar, right? Type in those keywords. Or if you just want to explore and learn more about the features, you can scroll below and click on the individual sections, right? Account and setup, contact management, marketing tools, Facebook ad portal, and so on. We also have our private Facebook group. Definitely recommend joining our private Facebook group. Has over 15,000 users, agents in there. Definitely recommend joining. Great way to learn more about Liondesk and have conversations with your peers. We have our Concierge Account setup service. So if you find yourself too busy to get Liondesk all set up, don't worry. You can hire a professional to do it for you. They're going to upload your contacts, set up your integrations, as well as your autoresponders. So go ahead and click here to learn more info. And then finally, feel free to reach out to us. We are available Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So you can give us a call at 760-501-8582. Again, that number is 760-501-8582. You can send us an email to support@liondesk.com or come in through the live chat bubble. By clicking on that live chat bubble, it's going to connect you with a live rep. So when you click, it expands and you'll be able to connect with a live rep. Again, these channels of support are available Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Awesome. All right, y'all. I don't see any other questions here, so we'll go ahead and officially end the session now. Thank you all so much for joining us today. I hope to see you all next week for the live Q&A. Other than that, have a great day. Bye-bye.